what's going to happen in this community. Today remarks what in the 1800s, what they did not realize, the seed that they planted back then, where it was going to lead today. And now look at where that seed has landed today, in historical Woodville. Of all places, what a beautiful town to be in is Woodville.
Thank you for coming today to our ribbon cutting ceremony for Woodville Middle School of Leadership through History and Civics. We have some very special guests here today. If you are a parent at our school, would you please stand up so we can recognize you? Thank you so much. These people had a lot to do with our school being founded. We also have Dr. Marvin Henderson, Assistant Superintendent of Leon County Schools. We have Dr. Michelle Gale, who is the Divisional Director of School Improvement. Mr. Scotty Crow, Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum. We have William Nimmons, the Director of Information Services, Leon County Schools. We have Ron Wetherington, who is a developer of history and civics for Leon County Schools. Thank you. Ron has worked with our school quite a bit this year to help us get going and to meet our purpose. We have the Woodville Educational Foundation board members, Ms. Amanda Stevens, Mrs. Jennifer Stallings, Ms. Laura Adams, our board chair, and Mr. Fran Scott. We are honored to have Leon County School Board member, Ms. Maggie Lewis Butler. Thank you for being here. We have Alan Rogers, who helped work all summer on getting our building ready for our school. Thank you, Alan, for being here. We have Deputy Punesuela, who works with us as our school resource officer. We have Principal Jimbo Jackson is here with us today. He has a K-8 school, Fort Braden, on the other end of the county. Thank you for coming today. We have Ms. Scott, who is Ms. Taida Scott, who is our elementary school principal and campus administrator. And we have Ms. Elizabeth Rudd. She's the elementary assistant principal here with us today. We have Ms. Beverly Owens, who works with us on an ongoing basis because she is the director of charter schools for Leon County. Thank you all for being here today. We'll get started with our program and our ribbon cutting. Woodville School was established as the first public school in 1856. We were then known as Hickory Grove School. At that time, students could attend and complete their education through 8th grade without leaving the area. So it seems most fitting that students would now have that choice. Our symbolic ribbon cutting today is a celebration of that opportunity. This past weekend, the Woodville Middle School of Leadership through History and Civics show choir presented Woodville History, the musical, that was written by Ms. Diane Whitney, who is here today with us. I wish that all of you could have seen the musical. The theme song to the musical, which you will hear later, speaks to the pioneer spirit of this area. Our middle school has been founded on that same pioneer spirit. Our parents and community came together with the support of Leon County Schools to begin this charter school for the very reasons the pioneers came to this area, to build a future and to place emphasis on the importance of community. Our show choir is directed by Ms. Lolita Forbes. One group that I would like to recognize are our teachers. Would you stand, Woodville Middle School teachers? Thank you for being here. We had to do some finagling, because they're usually with the students at this time, but the students are engaged in an activity that ties in with English language arts. And another person I'd like to introduce is Ms. Beth Button, and she is our administrator for the charter school. Next we have Dr. Henderson, and he is going to bring greetings to you and from the district office. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Stokely, and please, I apologize for my voice. Somehow took a little bug. I don't know if it's an allergy or what, but our beautiful Florida weather is not helping this situation at all. I am very, very honored to be with you today, and our show choir really kind of captured that. I told Ms. Adams earlier that we were talking about a few things, and I said, Ms. Adams, you're stealing my thunder. But I see that the choir has done it also. To our mistress of ceremony, Ms. Stokely, our board member, board chair, Maggie Lewis Butler, the Woodville Education Foundation, Ms. Adams, chair. Thank you all. The faculty of this great school, our administrators, Ms. Stokely, Ms. Button, the principal here at Woodville Elementary School, and the site coordinator, Ms. Scott. Parents, I am again happy to be here, and just to say one of the things that I had planned to do was to walk you down memory lane from an historical perspective, but you see the show choir already did that, and I'm kind of glad they went ahead and got that out of the way, because I'm kind of chilly, and I know in their short sleeves they must be chilly as well, but we thank them for walking us down memory lane and giving us that piece of history. Woodville is an historically relevant community. And everything that I've read, everything that I know about this community, having lived in Tallahassee for just over 5 years, well, 65 years, I've always known this community to be one that's very unified. They're very goal-oriented. They are very patriotic, and this is a very fitting addition to this community, to have a neighborhood school so that our young people who have been involved in this effort from the building of the original school, when they brought in the lunches for the workers who during the Depression who were working to build the original school, the kids were a part, the students were a part of that, or the children of the community. So it's a community school, and I think it's fitting and proper, as I mentioned, that we keep those kids here, as well as attract students from all over the county. Very, very outstanding concept. Woodville Charter Middle School of Leadership through History and Civics. Very, very fitting and proper title for this great institution. So we welcome you here today on this auspicious and momentous historic occasion to witness this. This is history in the making, and you are a part of it, because you can say, I was there. I was there that day when they cut the ribbon, that warm Florida day. And so you can go ahead and write your name in the history books as well. So we welcome you here today. Our superintendent is out of town, and as his deputy, I get called up to stand in for him when necessary, and I certainly am honored, though. This is a great honor for me to be with you today, as I mentioned, on this historic occasion. So welcome, and on behalf of the Leon County School District, our wonderful and talented school board of Leon County, of which the chair is Maggie Lewis Butler, we and our superintendent, Jackie Pons, we thank you for being here, and welcome to this historic opening.
We would like to invite our board chair, Ms. Laura Adams, to say a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. It is an honor to stand before each and every one of you today on such a special and dedicated moment as this. This has been a journey that you all have played a very important part in. And it has not gone without recognition from us and from this community and from our students and our faculty and staff. As I stand here today, I can remember when me and some parents were meeting to talk about a middle school in our community. And as I stand before you today on this great cold day in February, it blesses my heart to see where we in this community have made another milestone to break history one more time. We have added to the soldiers and to the fight that had went on before all of us came along. Now we are taking the charge. We are leading the way, and we are setting everything into play. Because of the people and your hearts and your dedications and your commitment is why we all are able to come together as one unified community in Tallahassee for the Woodville community. I live here and have lived here in Woodville for over 20 years. And as I stand and have met many great parents, students, and kids that have grown in this community, left this community to go on to do greater and bigger things because of a foundation and a vision of a group of people that started back in the 1800s. And now on today in 2015, here we stand taking a new charge for our community, for our students and our children to take hold of the world and one day come back and plant their roots back and be next year's or next future leaders for us all one day. And because of your faith and your belief in your families and in the community, we're able to unite here today on this occasion in history. If they could ever look back and come up out of their graves just to take one quick moment and see where the charge has took them, because their eyes and heart had dreams. Now their dreams are being carried on through the families that have labored and have moved forth. And as we stand today united, we're going to continue this charge. We're going to lead the charge that no one has ever led. This school will be mighty. We're going to turn out some dynamic students. We're going to send them into the world to become world leaders. And they are going to stand tall, and they're going to stand with pride because they know the foundation that built them so that they could go and take that charge into the world. It is an honor to serve in this community. It is an honor to serve as the board chair. It is an honor to do the work and work alongside the board and the families and be committed to this charge. And as my son was reading Martin Luther King's speech on Monday, when he talked about one day when little black boys and little white boys, little black girls and little white girls can all go to school together and not be judged on their color, but on their character. Look at where our character has taken us. We have broken barriers and broken chains, and now we've given them a new ground. And now we're going to see their leadership and the dedication from our teachers, our principals, and all of you that make and plant a seed in these children. I want to thank you. And Miss Stokely, would you please come forward? Because we have something that we need to present to her. Miss Stokely has been a foundation with us from the beginning of this, and I'm here to tell you that it is with a great honor. Board, will you please come? We love you and we thank you. Miss Stokely and I spend many nights here doing some paperwork together, meeting each other during the day for paperwork. But on behalf of the board, the Woodville Middle School Board, we would like to present this certificate to you. And it states, Certificate Woodville Educational Foundation, Inc. would like to acknowledge Nancy Stokely with sincere thanks for her hard work and dedication to the school. Woodville Middle School through history and civics, and it lists us all as board of directors. Miss Stokely, every day when you get up, you will now look at your clock. We may not be there with you in the flesh, but we'll be with you on time. This is the Woodville crest in appreciation, Nancy Stokely, for your hard work and dedication to the WMS, the Board of Directors, and the community. Presented on the 27th day, February 2015. You are a priceless, timeless gem to us all, and we thank you so much for every day of your dedication and your love to this school, to this community, and especially to our children. We're going to miss you, but you'll come back and work with us continuously.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And now, Ms. Stokely, before you go, before she leaves, and while we have a captive audience, we do have something that we would like to present to you as well. Let me just mention that this whole agreement, this arrangement we have with the Woodville Leon County Schools, our Leon County School Board, and the Woodville Education Foundation got together, and in an effort, one of 3 school districts in the state of Florida has this. So this is very, very rare. But as I mentioned before, this is an historically relevant community. We make history here in Woodville. And what we wanted to ensure was that Woodville Charter Middle School had the highest caliber of teachers, administrators, staff. So that was kind of the backdrop for this kind of an arrangement. So they asked that the Leon County School Board be the management company to support that, to ensure that. So, as I mentioned before, guys, this is really big, and later on, when you're reading about it in books, you will see just how important this is. But what we'd like to do is to present this small token of our appreciation to Nancy Stokely in recognition of your dedication and loyal service as the inaugural administrator of the Woodville Middle School Charter School for Leadership Through History and Civics, this day, February 27th, 2015. But we know that your leadership started on this particular concept in 2014, so we thank you so much. Please accept this as a small token of our appreciation.
Thank you so much. I thought I was finished. Thank you so much for the honor of being the inaugural administrator of this school. It's been a pleasure working for Leon County Schools. For those of you who may not know, I am retiring, and I thought about how long I've been serving families and students, and it's been 37 years. So in several different counties and several different states. So it has been a pleasure. There's not a greater calling than to be in education. So without further ado, we're going to cut the ribbon, and of course the school officially opened in August, the first day of school, but this is symbolic, saying that it's being successful. We are on our way. We're planning for our second year. Our students are doing great, and we're thinking it's here to stay. We have some hardworking people, all of you in the audience, and I know that you will continue to be dedicated to this school, as am I. So we'll go ahead with the ribbon cutting. I'm going to ask Dr. Henderson and Ms. Maggie Lewis Butler and our board to come forward.
Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3.
This day has marked a special occasion for us here at Woodville today with our groundbreaking ceremony that took place here today for our new charter school that is now planted in our community. And by having all the festivities today and the history making on such a special occasion today for our community, it has just warmed our hearts here today.
Woodville Middle School, we have some very talented kids, and they've been together for a long time, but we also had about 20 more kids that came from other schools into the middle school, and that has worked out very well, so that our kids are making, the kids that were in the elementary school are making new friends and expanding their social circle, and so it's really a great concept.
Woodville wanted its local middle school, and that's what the kids got, and the kids very much have relationships that are deep in the history of Woodville, and so I am learning a lot about Woodville as I am here, and learning a lot about them, and they are very rich and tightly knit.
I commend the parents, I commend the community really for taking the position and say, look, we want to do more for our children. We want to keep them right here with their brothers and sisters and to really grow as a community. That's what's so great about Woodville, is that you can really feel, as you come into Woodville, you can feel the community aspect to this area.
Is in the community, and the students will excel. They will leave Woodville Elementary School and then go right on to Woodville Middle School and Charter School. And this is a great beginning for this community.
I think this is what our community needs. This school is very much a grassroots effort by this community for this community, and so we're excited to be involved in something that's so necessary and wanted.
I just want to thank the whole Woodville community for all their support. I want to thank all the principals at the elementary school, Ms. Scott, Ms. Stokely. I want to thank Superintendent Jackie Pons. I want to thank the board, Leon County School Board. I want to thank the Woodville Middle School Charter School Board and the students and the teachers and all. I want to thank all of those who have reached across the aisles to help us in this community to make this event and this day possible.